Good afternoon, everyone. For those who haven't met, my name is David Ku, the CFO of the company. Today, I'm excited to share with you about our plan for MediaTek Venture. Before I dive into detail, I really want to take this opportunity to explain why MediaTek Venture is an important element for our overall strategies. I guess when people talk about MediaTek, two things always be mentioned when we think about MediaTek. First of all, we have strong commitment to the technology leadership. On the other hand, I think MediaTek probably is the only companies in the world who can provide really broad product portfolio, ranging from smartphone, feature phone, tablet, all the home entertainment, all those devices you can see. And combined together, we use something we call the turnkey solution to glue together. Think about that through that inclusive technology, inclusive process, we really create huge value to the ecosystem, to all the ecosystem partners. When I'm talking about ecosystem, I'm talking about people like platform partner, alliance, our customer for sure. Last year, I think we announced MediaTek Lab, so we further include the developer in here. And today, we announced MediaTek Venture. The idea is we're trying to further extend that reach to entrepreneur, to private company, or just like CJ said early on, to everyday genius. So with that understanding, let's just kick it off about what is a MediaTek Venture. For MediaTek Venture, I guess our mission is clear and powerful. We're trying to stay at the forefront of technology and to continue fueling the growth of our semiconductor ecosystem through our investment. Currently, I think we decided to put together around $300 million as a budget, but given our strong financial resource, if we find good opportunity later on, I think we would definitely try to increase the budget. But currently, I think the $300 million, that's the idea. In terms of our investment focus, we start with our semiconductor system and devices. And also, I think for the internet infrastructure, there will be one of our interest areas as well. Also, for the IoT, basically, as you guys can see, we introduced several of the IoT products already. So we're also trying to fulfill the whole ecosystem need through our MediaTek Venture exercise. In the bottom one, I think you can consider that is probably something new to MediaTek. For example, for the software and the internet service, I think that's of our interest area as well. Healthcare, if you guys have a chance to check out our CES booth earlier this year, we actually have a pretty cool technology being used in the healthcare technologies and products. The last but not least, I think for other areas, including but not limited to the robotic, this is the interest of our focus. When you think about the platform where I talked about earlier, I'm really trying to put the numbers on the table because chances are people don't really understand how powerful it is. This slide shows what's the global market share ranking for our broad product portfolio. As you can see, we are either number one or number two. Maybe with the one exception on the Wi-Fi connectivity side, we are close number threes. But what more importantly is to think about how many devices. When I say devices, I'm talking about internet connected devices we ship every year. The number is actually more than 1 billion devices. So what we do in the past actually is we through our ecosystem, through our turnkey solution, we glue basically over 1 billion boxes together. Plus MediaTek Lab, plus MediaTek Ventures right now, we do believe the influence power we can have, the value we can create through that ecosystem is going to be even higher, will be even higher. Other than our broad business portfolio, I think when you think about MediaTek, we are a company with a truly global operations. So how the MediaTek Venture will work? I mean, we have a core team in Asia, but in the same time, we will work very closely with our global business partner for people like US, for people like Europe, and Middle East, Africa, Greater China, India. Basically, we do have the resource globally, not just for the headquarters, but also globally. In terms of the stage of our interest, I think we have interest in all stages. Starting from the seeding stage, round A, all the way basically to pre-IPO, there will be all of our interest. By the way, if you guys come across any good idea, if you got friends and family who are interested to reach us MediaTek, this is how you can reach us. You can either get on website or just send our email. I think with that, I just conclude my today's presentation. I get back to Christian.